All right, thanks for making it, everyone, in advance of our snowstorm this weekend. Let's start by setting our posture, feet under hips, lift up through those legs, start to engage the inner thighs, lift the rib cage off the waist, engage your core in that space that you've left. Roll your shoulder blades back, palms face to the front. So let's start in our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Close your eyes and now lift your chin until you feel the back of your head perfectly balanced over the back of your spine. Inhale here for 3 breaths, letting the rib cage expand, letting the belly expand. And on the exhale, really getting all of that air out, squeezing the rib cage back together, pressing the belly button to the spine. Really feeling your diaphragm work to squeeze that last little bit of air out of your lungs, making room for a whole new big breath. Open your eyes. Let's come down to the mat to start our Pilates series. We are going to, sorry, I realized. Okay, good. Let's start on our back, flat on the back, palms on the mat, feet flat on the back, on the mat. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you to open across your chest. Feel how your spine has got its natural curvature in the lower back. Press your belly button down to the spine without pressing your spine into the mat, and lift one leg and then the other. So warming up with a gentle single leg knee pull, maintaining the neutral position of the spine throughout this movement, using your core to protect your spine from flexion. Pull, pull. Now, if you'd like to get a little deeper, you can reach with your arms and pull the knee in, one knee and then the other. So also getting some stretch. In addition to the core work, you should feel your lower belly engaged throughout the movement. This is easy to do just, casually, but if you've got the core engagement, I will start to warm you up. If you want a little more, let's lift that head and shoulders up off the mat and hover the extended leg rather than resting it on the mat. So pull in and reach. Exhale on that pull. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Press that belly button down, this time into the mat, to lift the head and shoulders up higher. Nice hover of that leg, really reach the extended leg, pointing those toes, trying to get the maximum distance of those legs. Keep it going for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees, rock side to side. Take a little rest, and let's take that up one more level and turn that into scissors. So now we're going to have the top leg straight, bottom leg extended, pull and pull. Again, both toes pointed, trying to get a lot of length in those legs. Slow, deliberate movement. Head and shoulders stay lifted off the mat, and they're lifted through the action of pressing that belly button down to the floor. Pull, 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 pull. Nice job. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees. Again, head and shoulders come down to the mat. Rock side to side. That should feel really good. Let's come into a crunch variation. One foot on the mat, other ankle crossed over that leg. A little gentle pressure on the ankle to open the knee. So try not to let the knee come toward the center of the body, but keeping that knee open. We're going to start by pressing up to the sky. Press. So just a little crunch here. Pressing the lower belly down toward the mat in order to lift the head and shoulders. Very gentle support of the fingertips on the head. Try not to bring any of the work into the arms. Pressing that knee open. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open the arm of the leg that's up. So I've got my right leg, my right arm, and we're going to cross over, trying to bring that elbow to the knee. Cross and cross. So full range here. Lifting that shoulder, that left shoulder, if you're crossing over to your right knee, as high up off the mat as you can. Cross. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center. This time we're going to lift that supporting leg up off the mat and double crunch. Crunch, crunch. Still keeping the bent knee open. Try not to let it cross the body. Double crunch here. Bringing the chin up toward that knee. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, extend arms and legs into a pencil stretch. Nice and tall. Reaching one arm and then the other, shifting your hips to get maximum length. Let's do in between those sets before we do the other leg, so you're not so fatigued that you can't do justice to the other side. Let's come into our tabletop position, and we are going to tuck the toes under, come into a down dog, rolling through the shoulders, dropping the head down between the arms. Let the heels float down toward the mat. Nice little stretch. All right, now that we've got a little stretch, let's come into our plank. Hands right under shoulders, legs extended, pressing those heels behind you, reaching the top of the head forward. You can drop to the knees if that is more comfortable. We're going to lift the right leg, tuck into a down dog, lift it back, come back to plank. Lift the left, tuck into down dog, lift the left, come back down. If you're on the knees, it's the same thing. Lift, tuck, lift, and down, lift, tuck, lift, and down. So on that lift, keeping everything from the glutes all the way up to the top of the head, perfectly aligned. That lift does not change your alignment. It doesn't drop those hips down toward the mat. We don't want our hips to sag and put pressure on our lower back. Lift. Lifting the leg as high into the air as you can without getting that sag. Lift, tuck, lift, down, lift, tuck, lift, down. 2 more sets. Down, lift, tuck, lift, down. Last set, lift, tuck, lift, down, lift, tuck, lift, down. Child's pose for just a second. Big toes together, knees apart, arms extended in front of you, fingers spread. Just a little stretch here. And let's come onto our back and get ready to do the other side of that crunch series. Other leg up. For me, that's my left leg is now up. We're going to start with that basic crunch straight up to the sky, working on keeping this knee open. So your leg is engaged in this. This is not just core and upper body. We're also actively having the isometric hold of that knee to keep the hip open. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left arm extended or same arm extended as leg is up. Reach across, come back down. Crunch across, come back down. Nice crunch. Trying to get as much twisting motion as you can while keeping your both glutes on the mat. Not twisting so much that your hip lifts off. Pressing down with the belly button to lift that shoulder up high for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift that leg again, crunch up to the sky, double crunch. Trying to bring the chin up to the shin. Double crunch here. Lift, lift, lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, pencil stretch, arms extended, legs extended. Reach with one arm, reach with the other arm. Big stretch along the front of the body. Sit yourself up. We're going to come onto our bellies to work our back. We are going to do some swimming today. So starting with legs extended behind you, tops of the feet glued to the mat. We're going to start with a breaststroke. Arms are extended in front of you. lift one arm and then the other. Lifting that torso up, pressing the hips down into the mat to keep them stable and even. Lifting one arm and twisting your rib cage over to that side. Lots of work happening in the lower back. Should definitely feel like work. It should not feel like pain. If it's pain, just reduce how much you're lifting up off the mat until you feel the muscles working rather than pressure on the joints. Reach and reach. I guess this is more of a reverse breaststroke, I should say. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your head down, stack your hands, use it to protect your forehead. Squeeze the legs together, lift them off the mat together. Straight knees, not leaving the knees, not leaving the thighs on the mat and just bending the knees. We are going to open into a V, close. So we're doing what would be a very inefficient kick in the water, but on the land, it doesn't matter. So open those legs in a kick, sort of like a lying down jumping jack. Toes pointed to keep those legs straight. Kick, 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 kick. Pressing the hips still down into the mat in order to lift those legs up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's combine that movement. We're going to do both arms, both legs. Lift up, open, back down. So this really is very similar to a jumping jack. Lift, release, lift, release. So we're doing big movements here with a little break in between. The little break helps you reset and recommit. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready for our flutter movement. You can stick with traditional swimming if this is going to feel awkward to you. So just, arms and legs straight and beating the water. Otherwise, lifting up high, legs open, arms open in that jumping jack, staying hovered, chest lifted, legs lifted for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Child's pose, toes together, knees apart. Extending the arms. You can rock the hips side to side to get the tension out of that lower back. Those muscles don't generally get their own individual workout, so they might protest, but building them up really does help with lower back pain. Let's come onto our side and do some bicycles. You can use your arm as a pillow, or you can prop your head in your arm, top arm on the mat, or on the mat for support, on your hips for some more instability. Nice straight line, heels, glutes, back of the head. Bend that knee, reach it forward, sweep through to the back, working to keep the hips stable, stacked straight up and down, not trying to reach to the front and then reach to the back. So all of your stabilizing muscles here in your abs are working to keep you from swaying. Bend to the front, sweep to the back, bend to the front, sweep to the back. Nice. Exhale to the front, inhale to the back. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's reverse that. Bend the knee, push to the back, sweep through to the front with a straight leg. Push to the back, sweep to the front. Push to the back, sweep. Bicycling your way through this. Keeping that leg hovered even with your hip. Try not to let it get too close to the mat. Still exhaling toward the front, since that naturally engages your diaphragm and shortens the thoracic cavity. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift that leg, hold it there. Reach with the arm, extend the bottom arm, reach with the top arm, just a static hold here. Reaching, reaching. Don't rest that hand because that will take some of the work away. Reaching here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Hopefully you got some good shake. Switching to the other side. Let's get this up. Starting with our traditional bicycle, kick front, sweep back. Feel those stabilizer muscles in the abs working during this dynamic movement. Work with your breath. Four, 2, 1. Let's reverse, bend the knee, push it back, sweep to the front. Push it back, sweep to the front. Nice. Big exhale to the front. Take advantage of the natural tendency to push all the air out and get the belly button as close to the spine as you can with that front leg extension. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lift that leg up high, extend the bottom arm, reach with the top arm, not resting the hand, just letting it hover in space, holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made it. Let's roll over onto hands and knees. A little cat-cow to transition ourselves to yoga. Exhale as you round the back, tuck the chin, Inhale as you drop the belly, lift the chin. When your spine feels nice and limber, come back to centered. Tuck the toes. Push back to down dog. Let's walk back toward walk the hands back toward the feet. Starting in this forward fold here, you can grab a yoga toe hold. On your inhale, bend your knees and look at the top edge of your mat. On your exhale, straighten the legs, let the head dangle. Inhale, bend and look. Exhale, straighten and let go. Inhale. Last time, exhale slowly and get ready for a hold in this forward fold. Hopefully that little bit of warm-ups helped you get a little deeper. Trying to straighten those legs. And letting go of the yoga toe hold, roll up vertebra by vertebra. Head last. Rolling the shoulders back. Open the chest. Palms face to the front. That also opens the chest. Again, find the balance of the back of the head over the back of the spine. Big inhale, let go of that belly. Expand the rib cage. Exhale. One more big breath. Let's come into our vinyasa. We're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back to your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Hug the elbows to the rib cage as you bend them back behind you, coming to hover over the mat. Inhale, up dog. Protecting the spine with the lower belly, not letting it just flop down. Exhale, down dog. Let's go through our warrior series once on a slower cadence and then twice on a faster cadence. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Rotate the left foot down to the mat. Warrior one, hold here for one breath. A nice slow yoga ujjayi breath. Inhale, palms to heart center. Exhale to warrior two, rotating the rib cage and the shoulders to face the wall, across from you. Big inhale and big exhale. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Big inhale. On the exhale, just trying to melt into this pose a little bit more. Inhale and bring yourself to extended side angle, tucking the right elbow inside the right leg. Big inhale, big exhale, and melt. Palms to the mat. Step the right toes back to your plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Melting on your exhale. Those heels down toward the mat. Inhale, left leg into the air. Exhale, step it between your hands. Rising up to warrior one. Rotate the right leg. The right foot down to the mat. Squaring the hips to the front. Big inhale. Exhale, melt. Inhale, palms to heart center. Open to warrior two, big twist. Inhale and melt. Flip the front palm. Inhale, exhale to reverse your warrior. Big inhale. Exhale, melt. And rotate up to extended side angle. Working to get those shoulders parallel to the wall that you're facing. Inhale, exhale. Palms to the mat. Step the left foot back to your plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So let's go through our warrior sequence. We're going to move on an inhale and move on an exhale. So we'll be moving pretty quickly. If you don't like that speed, stick with your own. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold for a breath. We're going to go through that 2 more times. Follow your own breath. So you can go at my pace or not. I'm not going to verbally cue so as not to interrupt your flow. And if we're going at my pace, we have 1 more. And left side. And why don't we take a child's pose? Bring those big toes together. Open the knees. Press the arms in front of you. We can all meet here. Taking a little rest before moving on to the next part of our practice. Let's do some bird dog. So really find the right spot for your hands, right under your shoulders. You can kind of rear back and forth and see where it is that you're perfectly balanced. Knees under hips. Lift the right arm, lift the left leg. Feel your hips square. You can open toward that left leg and now drop, 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 drop until you feel that you're square. Keeping that right arm lifted parallel with the shoulder if you can. Fingers reaching, toes reaching, top of the head reaching. Strong through the supporting left shoulder, not collapsing into it, but lift, lift, lift through that supporting shoulder. Engaging your abs from below to lift that spine and keep it straight and elongated. Holding here for 5 more breaths. Lift back up through that shoulder if you started to collapse. Set down that arm and leg. You can roll that wrist. It's a little tired. And supporting your body, reset yourself. Find the perfect placement of that hand under the shoulder. Lift the left arm, lift the right leg, open the left hip, and now drop it down until you find parallel. Lift up through the shoulder, reaching with the toes, reaching with the fingers, reaching with the top of the head, not dropping the chin down toward the chest. 5 breaths. Lift that left hand just a little bit higher if you can. And set it down. Push back on your heels. Roll both wrists. Coming back to standing. Let's do some balance. Let's stick with our classic tree pose for today. Palms at heart center, pressing together, bringing all the energy toward the center of your body. Lift up all the toes on the right foot, set them down one at a time. Put the left toes on the mat, open that knee. Feel the difference here. We've got like a 90-degree angle going. And now toes on the mat, heel resting below the knee or heel resting above the knee. Continuing to feel that turnout, lifting up through that supporting leg. It's kind of easy to kind of pop that hip out to bring your body into more of a spot where you've got like a plumb line going down. We're trying to lift through that hip. If you would like, you can grow your branches, open them toward the sky. If you want an extra element of challenge to your balance, you can look up toward the ceiling, raising your chin. Palms back to heart center. Set that foot down. Circle the right ankle. Pressing the hands together, lift up all of the left toes. Right toes on the floor, open the knee. Rest the toes on the mat, heel below the knee or heel above the knee. Lift up through that supporting leg. Feel that lift throughout the movement. And if you feel stable, you can open up those arms. If you still feel stable, you can try to lift your chin toward the sky. Palms to heart center. Set that foot down, circle the left ankle. Really nice job. Let's do a little triangle before we come back down to the mat. Left foot, toes facing straight in front. Right foot, toes opened out, hands on hips. Bring those hips back into alignment with the wall straight in front of you. I'm going to spread my feet a little more. Arms out, feel the shoulders, hips in perfect alignment. Big inhale on the exhale, reaching over to the side as far as you can. When you can go no farther, then you can drop the arm, gazing up at the top hand, maintaining the alignment of the hips and the shoulders. Inhale and then exhale, floating down into this pose, just as far as you can maintain your alignment. Top hand is very active, reaching up. It's not just resting in the air. You can have the hand inside or outside the leg. I prefer inside, but I know some people prefer outside. And now turn toward that leg, bend the knee, bring your hands down to the mat, coming down into a runner's lunge. You may need to walk that back foot back so that you've got a 90-degree angle with your knee, reaching forward with the top of the head, pushing back with the heel. Big stretch here. Trying to rest the torso on the thighs if you can. You can also bring your palms flat to the mat if that's more natural for you. Not dropping the head, feeling that big stretch. Back to your fists, rotate that back leg back, come back to your triangle, reorient your hips and shoulders. See if that feels any different when you've had a nice stretch in the glute of that leg that you're reaching toward. Me, I definitely do. Lifting up with that top hand. Switch your feet. Reset the shoulders and the hips. Big inhale, exhale, reach over to the side, bringing that hand to rest on the foot. Gaze up at the sky. Rotate toward that front leg, bend the knee, bring the fists or the palms on either side of that foot. Push back with the heel, reach forward with the top of the head. Big stretch, resting the torso on those thighs if you can, to get the full weight of your body in that stretch rather than holding this position with your muscles. Coming back onto your fists, rotate the back foot back into place, straighten that front leg, reopen your shoulders, reaching that top arm up. See if this is a little bit deeper. And rotate again back down, this time palms to the mat, step back into your plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, our last stretch here. Hold it for a couple of breaths. Really trying to get those heels down, stretch all the way up the back of the legs. Pushing the booty diagonally up and behind you. And drop the knees to the mat. Come all the way through your hands. Coming to lay on our back for our Savasana. Tuck your shoulder blades under to open your chest. Palms up to the sky. Let your feet open up a comfortable distance apart. Rock your hips to make sure that you've got yourself all level. Walk your right hand down toward your feet. Walk your left hand down toward your feet to really get those shoulders away from the ears. Big inhale, and on the exhale, try to let go. Feel the back of your head sink into the mat. Feel your shoulders sink into the mat. Feel your glutes sink into the mat. Feel your calves sink into the mat. And feel your heels sink into the mat. Everything should feel heavy and supported. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring your awareness back, circle wrists, circle ankles. Roll over onto one side, using your arm as a pillow. Tucking your toes and your knees in a fetal position. And keeping your eyes closed, push into a seated position. Palms face up on your knees. Fingers in the mudra, thumb and forefinger together. Gentle pressure on the backs of your hands, on your legs above your knees to lift that spine up, pressing the tailbone down, lifting the top of the head up, shoulders pushing down away from the ears. Feel your full height and commanding presence. Bring your palms together at heart center. And move them to the center of your forehead. Big inhale. And if you'd like, on the exhale, you can join me in a bow. Namaste. Thank you for joining class today. I hope that you are relaxed and energized to get you through your afternoon.
Thank you.